YouTube is taking a bit of a time. Just please give me a minute. Okay. So, welcome everybody. Today is a very pious day, and I don't know, I never decided it this way, that to have this call on this day where Baglamukhi Maa Ka Jayanti. So this is another big indicator. To be very frank, I generally keep these calls on Friday, but I really don't know why I preferred having it on a Wednesday. Yesterday or today morning, Yati told me it is Baglamukhi Maa Jayanti. And Baglamukhi Maa is known to be the eradicator of these kind of energies any which ways. And she has been very helpful in my, helpful in the sense they have always been all times helpful, but yes, generally speaking, this is becoming more and more better. So I would like to share with you certain aspects, but if anybody from you, I want it to be a very, give and take information wise. Please don't, let it be an interactive session rather than me becoming a monologuist. I'm not a monologuer, and I don't intend to be one. I want everybody to participate in the discussion. So definitely you will have a lot of questions about these things. Maybe if someone from your side who has some knowledge about entities or ghosts, if you all can first start the process or start the discussion. If anybody has any such experience, I would love to listen from you. Anybody? Yeah, Shaliji.
So, Sharad, what all I have learned by now is we don't call them entities, we usually call them energy who are positive or negative into their own ways.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that any energy which is positive usually would be actually useful, and the only energies which are negative would be harmful. Because at the end, it is you are becoming a host to an energy. Be positive, be negative. The presence is everywhere. It is the time when your aura gets weak is the time when
Just
you
give me a minute. Let me just mute everybody because there's some behind the scene. There is some discussion. Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Shaliji, please go ahead. Yeah.
So, right, sir. So it's that you become a host for the energy, and that's when they start impacting you into their own ways, which we usually say. So apparently, the document which you shared, to be really honest, out of the 13, I could find 10 which were matching.
And
Not
I saw you putting a monkey with the eyes closed.
I know I was like, I would be very honest. Into some recent past time, I am aware of it,
Yeah.
and I am very sure that there are energies which are affecting me.
Right.
Thankfully, when you put up the list, I was able to check it up, because you know at times it is just a feeling and it becomes very difficult for us to explain and make someone understand. But you are putting the list was an idea, like the thoughts getting into into the piece of pen and paper.
Yeah.
Was easy for all of us to understand. So that's what my understanding of entities or energies are. Now, what they are, why they are, is of course in different science and a long subject to talk about.
Yes, you're right. You're right, 100%. And I appreciate your thoughts. Yes, maybe we try to classify them as different things, but finally they are energies, and I agree with you on that. 100% agreed with you on that. And another very important aspect which you mentioned is that they kind of take over you. Just remember this word, this thing. So this will be helpful when I go and further in the discussion, that you are the important element here. In fact, I had a call 2 years back on the same topic, dark energies and entities. And that time I have already, so basically what happened is I had used one particular quote in that call, which I had with Mystic Lotus only. That quote was basically, if you have love and you have full faith in yourself, no entity, no demon, even Satan will have to, stop, or rather, he will not be able to stop you in your path. So that is the important thing. Very, very important. So just remember that. Yeah. Sorry, I went ahead too much. Aditya put his hand down. Aditya, you can come first. You had put your hand up.
Yeah, thank you, Deepak Bhaiya.
Yes.
So all that I wanted to say, in
Yeah.
a simple terms,
Yeah.
I don't want to call them entities. I just want to say that these people are energies
Yeah.
who once had bodies, or who are trying to, who are on hunt, and who are
Yeah.
adamant on their persistence.
Yeah.
So these are the people, they are not aware.
Yeah.
So earlier I used to get scared a lot,
Yeah.
but again with heavy scariness or a lot of fear, I'm joining this call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just admitting the truth to be
Hey,
free.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. See, fear is always good. Fear is not a bad thing to have. But yes, if you fall prey to the fear, that is bad. So I would commend you.
Okay.
I would commend you and congratulate you that you came forward. In fact, I congratulate all of you to come forward for this discussion. It's not a
Thank you.
very easy discussion, frankly speaking. I will create sacred space because there are a lot of people, and I always do create that sacred space before any discussion starts. That is my normal process, so that everybody is safe and secure. Thanks, Aditya, for your perspectives. Yeah, Madhu. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I think there was little clarification, but however you clarified, I was a little more scared when it comes to in the discussion point of view.
Yeah.
So since basically your question about what exactly is this thing, for me, it is about the energy again, which is lacking a physical formation, where it doesn't care whether it is a live object or even any even the non-living thing also it gets attracted to, or it get imposed to. One encounter I had in my previous house, where literally I was shivering and at one of the night after my after my office hours, literally I had to shout and tell you just get out. I screamed and told with full confidence, and you are supposed to leave. Literally, I'm feeling goosebumps.
Right.
And after that, I was not scared at all.
Lovely.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if really it went off or what it is. Yeah, but what...
too many things to come. Hold on. Hold your horses. Everything will come in its time.
Okay.
The healing will also be there. Just hold on, please. Yeah. Thanks for sharing your perspective, Madhu. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, Shivani.
Deepak ji, I'm sorry if you already answered this question. Actually, I've just joined in. I just wanted to know, I had asked this question in the group also, that why is it, that these dark entities and these so-called negative energies, they still manage to find their way inside your homes and stuff like that, even when there are home temples and there's a puja going on every day and, things like that. Why? That is my question.
Right. So, yeah, I will be answering those and some more. So just give me, and I'll definitely be answering that. In fact, this is all part of the discussion which I will be having. Just in case I go a bit haywire in discussion, just bring me back to the topic, please. Somewhere, if you feel I have not addressed that, just get me back to that point. But that all is decided. I will be bringing that up for discussion for sure. Yeah, and if someone else did say something interesting. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Babita, we will be clearing. We will be doing everything. Please just hold on. Everything will come in its due time. So first, let me create sacred space. I manifest the So this audio will be given to everybody who is there on the call. Those who are not on the group, please give me a heads up. In case you don't have my number, I will just put it on the chat. You can give me a heads up. I will send you the audio on your mobile, WhatsApp or Telegram, whichever is your applicable. So I manifest the four legions of light in the four corners of all the homes of all the people, even those who will be listening to the recordings. I call upon Lord Melchizedek, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Zadkiel to bring up the four legions of light. I call upon Mother Panyan, Mother Mary, Goddess Jesus, and Durga Maya to bring up the four legions of light and maintaining the yin and yang energies of all the homes of all the people here, everybody. I call upon Saint Germain with his violet flame transportation. All people here, all their relatives, whoever is staying in that home, are and will keep burning violet flame 50 meters, all six sides till Saturday night. All less than God energies will get transmitted into white light. The Ashtkal Bhairav is going to take care of all the 8 directions of all the homes of all the people on the call here today. Kali Mata, Bholinath and Badangali are there for our protection. We are on the lap of Mata or Babaji. The universe has us protected. Thank you. Thank you. So, I think someone has mentioned that I should only talk about God and above energy. So, it's not that. So, basically, it's something like I'm asking a very simple question to all of you. Do you watch news? Does everybody watch news?
Yes, sir.
You watch, yeah. But there is a big amount of people who don't watch news. They get scared by news. They get a lot of, goosebumps, and someone has told them, no, I don't watch news because everything. So these are things like a simple thing like watching news, which means you are running away from details, from the fact of life. What is everyday life? What news is giving is basically something which is happening on maybe, if it is 100%, the news will show you maybe 8-10%, maybe the more scarier types or whatever. So my recommendation is that first of all, have the courage to watch news, because it's not because you want to become negative, but you have to look at the positive as the negative. I'm not saying I'm also not fond of news. Not fond of news, but it's the reality which is happening around us. So just closing your eyes, it's something like closing your eyes and when you're surrounded by people who want to harm you, just closing your eyes will not stop them from harming you, right? So you have to think something different. So running away from a situation is something like you're just running away from a situation or running away from a particular fear. And fear is what? Fear is something which is preparing you for a future event. Preparing you for a future event. I'll again, maybe a lot of people who are part of my group would have got sick and tired with my full form of PIERS, but I would like to share with you. PIERS, the full form is Future Empowerment Awareness Response System. Someone is asking for the Zoom link. Just a moment, I'm just in the Zoom link. Oh, some more people. Just give me a second. Yeah. So Future Empowerment Awareness Response System. So what is it? Here generally false evidence appearing real, all that was there. But this is the feedback which I got about 2.5 years back, saying that Future Empowerment Awareness Response System. So basically for a future event, something which is going to happen, or like we get intuition, we get premonition. So what is it? What do you do when you get a premonition? You run away from a situation or you face the situation? Can anybody share their experience? If you get a premonition, if you get an interview, do you run away from an intuition or you face the intuition? That is where your answer will lie.
We face it, sir.
Yes, ideally we should face it.
No, Deepak ji, sometimes we are scared of the intuition also.
So yes, you're right. So, we do face it. A lot of people will say they face it, but depending on what sort of emotional issue or whatever, let's say, I'll just give you an example. One of my students called me and told me that she saw something bad happening to her own sister. So she was very traumatized because she used to love her sister and do all that. So she said she went into a depression for 2-3 days, and on the 4th day she contacted me. So I told her, you have got some awareness. Why I am talking about that? To just tell you that intuition is good, intuition is not bad. Even if you get some negative intuition, maybe it is for you to correct a situation. So we did an Akashic reading for her sister, and she saw in 2-3 months something will happen. Today it's been 2 years. Her sister is perfectly fine. So I don't know. Maybe she got a premonition. She did the reading. She's there. She is perfectly fine, healthy now. She was not feeling well, but she is now healthy. So what I'm trying to say is that these are all situations. Yeah, Shivani.
I think Deepak ji, to answer your question, that what happens if you get a premonition or a fear. I've been through this for a
Yes.
couple of months. I've been through this, so I think the best thing is that get all your tools and all your weapons ready because ultimately you have to face them. You just
Yes.
cannot run away. So
Yes,
the best
yes.
thing is be prepared with whatever you have.
Awareness is the key
Yes.
here. Awareness is the key. So I'll just maybe delve a bit into this topic. We have created sacred space, so please do not fear anything. Nothing out of the ordinary will happen. I would say spirits and entities are more. I would not say they are more. So they are not as bad or as destructive as they come out to be, unless you let them rule you. This is your own. You have to stand strong. Nothing will happen. Like Madhu mentioned, that is the fact. That is the fact. And like Shaliji also mentioned, that's a fact. Maybe delving a bit into this matter, we basically know it as ghost and an entity. Now, ghost is something which is kind of you can say that a being who has not been able to cross the threshold in time. And maybe it has got stuck because of being, like it is just stuck because of some attachment. Like if you see, a lot of people generally go and get stuck on the ventilator for maybe days together, weeks together, months together. So they are not able to go. So somewhere you have to give the choice for them to go or remain. That's because they get stuck. So basically between the soul and the body, the soul gets confused, and somewhere the soul also gives some weightage to the body, in the sense whatever. So body is what? Ultimately the soul, but there is a mind also. So you have the mind which controls the soul ultimately, because the soul is also, it's kind of in a fluid state. A lot of people say that soul will generally not get into any attachments, but there are many cases where soul does get into a kind of a facade or an illusionary attachment. Right, Anita ji? I think you're nodding your head. So Anita ji comes with a lot of experience. In the sense, she has been into healing for more than 25, 30 years now.
Well, no, sir, can I just also,
Yeah, yeah.
I agree with you fully. Can I also just try and answer Shivani's question?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, Shivani's question. Why does it happen when you're still doing so much puja and everything every day? Well, it happens because somebody has planted those people there to do some harm to you.
Yeah. In fact, I'll be looking at it in a broader perspective also, the same point.
Yeah. And Deepak ji has helped me because in my last house, which was not getting sold, the joint family house, because of the property matter, he helped me to get out of it. Those were really terrible days which we went through. But he helped me to clear out from there and come into my own apartment now. But in this apartment, but in this apartment, sir, even here, I mean, sometimes I get the intuition and I'm facing it, like health-wise.
Yeah, so I'll be delving a bit deep into that also. because in the last 6 months, 1 year, there has been some upgradations which I have done in the clearing process of entities, which is what I want to discuss on the call here.
So this is also on for upgrading of entities, as it is also upgrading of all energies, even the good energies. This 23rd is Buddha Purnima, which is the highest energy thing right now. So that's
so
it.
yeah, so ghost is basically something which is it's a ghost. It's just gone away and not been able to cross over the threshold. So ghost can be random also. Now there are many people. So ghost may not be. You might find friendly ghosts like the Casper, or they may randomly come along with you depending on your frequency, because maybe a particular energy. So someone said very rightly, Shailesh ji rightly said that their energy is ultimately the lower frequency. So basically these are lower frequency. Why? Because they are in a low, in terms of emotionally lower phase, because they are lost kind of. So they are going through a low phase. So if you have a low frequency, they will come and attach to you and come along with you. So likewise, I see a lot of random energies also coming into people's homes. So many a times, there is one very simple process. I would request you to just write down this or note it down just that once in a week, a lot of people do a lot of Google burning in the home. I would request you to add one more process to that, is that take a camphor, burn the camphor, take it to all the 4 corners of all the rooms. And in this, I would recommend you to also go to the washroom. Do not leave the washroom, please. A lot of people will say, "Wahan kya hoga?" But wahin pe pura game, it's the whole thing happens there only, mostly. So you don't use it for your puja, that camphor. Don't use it for your puja. Don't use it for your daily whatever, God ke liye, you don't use that. So take that camphor to all the 4 corners of all the rooms, including the washroom, and at the main gate, at your doorstep, from inside facing outside, do it 7 times clockwise, and 7 times from inside to outside, 7 times from outside to inside, and do it 7 times clockwise. What you can put an intention, anybody coming into my home will come with God and above energies. Anybody coming in my home will come with God and above energies. So just release it. So just do it once a week. This is for all such energies. Maybe these random energies, sometimes they just randomly you like, for example, we had someone who just went to one place and had some pain in the leg, and that lasted for 3 months, 6 months. The doctor was not able to decide anything. When I saw it, I saw there was an energy which was stuck in her legs, and I just cleared the energies, and within 1 second the energy went out. So many a time like these random energies are also there. Now I'll take you to some more maybe subclasses of entities now. Now in the entities there are...
Sorry. So we have to burn the camphor and move in all the corners, right?
Yes. Who's that? Sorry, I'm not able to see.
Tejan Mamania, sir.
Yeah. So you have to burn the... So basically it's something like just take the burning and just show it at the corner. ऐसा घुमा दीजिए जैसा normal you take it in the...
क्योंकि वो camphor बहुत ज़्यादा time चलता नहीं है ना, वो तुरंत बंद हो जाता है.
Take a bigger one. चलता है ऐसा. I don't know if you 3-4 rooms में आराम से चलता है. मतलब if you... So it's a question of कितना चलना चाहिए, वो चलना चाहिए, that you can take a call accordingly. But जाता है.
ठीक है. और ये all the
you
people...
You can take a maybe bigger vessel. If that serves better, or maybe you keep it on a small rice का पटल बना के रख दीजिए. वो गणेश उत्सव में जब भी पूजा होती है तो हम 20-20 मिनट चलाते हैं उसको.
Yeah. और ये क्या intention डालना है? All people.
So anybody coming into my home should come with God and above energies.
Okay.
Yeah. So Alka ji, camphor, Google separately, camphor maybe separately once a week. Google, maybe people do it daily, so that you can continue doing. Camphor, basically because Google, a lot of people may not take it to the bathroom. So which is why I said Camphor alag se, Google alag se. If you want to do together, that is your choice, no problem. So now entity, I'll just come to you, Shivani. Now entity, there is two things. There are different kind of entities. Now they are the bit murkier one, a bit darker ones. I have done the sacred phase, so nothing to worry. There is no problem. There is something called the hitchhiker. Now the hitchhiker energy is someone who will be maybe latching on to you, again depending on your frequency. But this is a bit more sinister, where maybe I call it as a programmed energy. Yeah, Palo Santo is also same. Palo Santo Sage is also fine. So I call this as a programmed energy, which maybe has been put behind you. And sometimes, like I'll share with you one energy, which was a drug addict's energy. Drug addict was killed by their friends. I went to some place. It had followed the owner of the home from a gutter where he was killed, roundabout, because this building was behind a gutter, a kind of a nala. So this guy followed the owner of the home and came to his home and was there in that home. And when I released it, the entity didn't want to go, because he said that I will kill my friends and only then I will go. So that kind of, I face that. So I know, so generally people say that Atma doesn't have these kind of attachments and things like that. But here I have actually argued and, talked to that entity, and this is how he reacted. While going, he gave me a very terrible headache. I had my angels and masters who carried him away, but me and that owner of the home had to, we were faced with a lot of headache for 3 days. Anyway, that was just a parting gift. He gave us a parting gift, so to say. So that is like a hitchhiker. Now there are some more which are more sinister, like parasite energies. This energy I had encountered in 2019. In fact, I had encountered two types of energy. One is the parasite and one is the possessor. Now the parasite is one who will not, the parasite will just keep you lethargic, will not let you act. If you are on a light path, if you are doing some good work, you will suddenly find your interest is gone. You don't want to heal people. You don't want to heal people, energies, whatever, nothing. Nothing interests you. You are getting into the lethargy part of it. Now, this was something which happened on 19th of January 2019, 2019. I was coming back from Nashik, and somewhere I bought it energy when I was doing some clearing for someone. It was there for some different purpose to me. So when I came back, I had this feeling something has accompanied me. My wife was also able to hear some noises around me. After 3-4 days, it started giving me a kind of I had 103-degree fever, my throat clogged up, everything. So this parasite then went into the possession mode. So parasite is something which will just make you defunct, will stop you from your work, your activity. And then on the 5th day, when I took some medication where my immunity just went down, it started taking over me. And I could feel something just coming and taking over me. That was the time my wife just brought into my awareness to chant Kali Mantra, Om Krim Kalikaya Namah. From there, for 45 minutes, I was chanting Om Krim Kalikaya Namah, and I was able to throw it away. So I showed the energy who is boss. Like Madhu mentioned, even I just showed that energy who is boss. And I then, after 45 minutes of chanting, I then released the energy and just sent it to white light, whichever was trying to bother me. So both the energies, the parasite and the possessor, were trying to take over me. Now, what is this? This will happen is continually, you will be continually weak or ill. Generally, if you have this possessor energy, generally that possessor entity. Now, what happens is that possessor entity is also, like, for example, I will share I will not name even the state in India. But there are certain states in India where a particular village of people, whoever passes away in that village, they hold the energy of that, like that particular Atma ko, they hold on, and they use them, those particular spirits and entities, to do bad to others. Now I'll talk about Shivani's point where she mentioned about puja karte hain, ye karte hain, wo karte hain. Yes, even when I was affected by black magic way back in 11 years back, I used to do Hanuman Chalisa daily. I had been to maybe Shani temple in Nastanpur. Someone told me to go to, within 2-3 hours, you have to complete 5 Hanumanji temple. So, you have to put coconuts in every. I had done everything. But still, I was carrying that energy for 7-8 months. So, it's not that. So, basically, every energy, even Ma Kali energies, a lot of people say that, like Ma Kali, then Ma Kamakhya, a lot of Agoris, a lot of black magicians use such energies, like even energies of Bagalamukhi Ma. A lot of people use it for good and bad also. So similar, again, taking us back to Shailaji's, what she said about it's an energy. So you can use the energy for negative purposes or positive purposes. That's correct. So a lot of people who use it for such energies, ultimately, I have seen one connection. This is coming 99.9% from your past lives. 99.9% it is coming from your past lives. So in the last 1 year, I was clearing entities and other things. In the last 1 year, I have started adding some process where I am now clearing them from their karmic and ancestral issues as well, which is leading to this. Because whatever happened to me 11 years back also, it was due to some karmic or ancestral issues which I was carrying. So as maybe, it's something like, as I'm growing more aware, I'm just trying to clear even that particular aspect. So now, in fact, Anita ji's clearing was not with keeping this in mind about the ancestral and karmic issues. Now, the one which I will do now will include the karmic and ancestral point clearing also. So what happens is that once we karmically get disconnected from this or ancestrally get disconnected from these energies, then they stop bothering you. I'll give you an example of a boy. He was just 14. He had gone to UK at the age of 9, about 5 years back. When he went, everything was fine. But the moment he went there, within 2-3 months, he started getting a lot of, he started talking in different voices. He started acting very weird. He started hitting his mom. He started hitting his dad. And he started becoming, like, when he will be having that attack or something. So they found him to have different kind of disorders. But ultimately, I found that when I scanned his energies, I could see the entities directly looking at me. And what was the reason? Reason was that he was a dark master in the 14th century in UK. And when he went to UK, I asked the mother. In fact, I asked the father first. So he was not aware. The mother later on confirmed. I asked them whether he went to any cemetery and he was affected by that. So she confirmed, saying that he went to a cemetery on a particular picnic or maybe some outing by the school. They were near that cemetery, and after that, these things started. So these dark energies were trying to reach out to this dark master of the past because he had taken an oath to protect them. Now that oath was coming in the way of his life. For 5 years, they were struggling. Ultimately, I was able to release them. And in fact, to that extent that their visa was about to get, like something like they were about to throw them out of the country and all that. So at least all those things got sorted out when I was healing him properly. So in short, this is how your past life affects you karmically and ancestrally. So basically attachment to, so these are low frequencies And why do you get into low frequencies? I will mention some of the reasons. You have been continually weak or ill, so your frequencies are low. You experience abuse and trauma as a child, so your frequencies would be low. Or child as a grown-up. Then have had surgeries or near-death experiences. So maybe that trauma has kind of taken over you. You have been hospitalized for a long time, sort of. If you have an addiction, even then these energies can attach to you very easily. Antidepressive tablets also open up your crown, and there is a good chance that your frequencies would be low because you are relaxed, kind of, and you get into a low frequency. Hearing. So now there are dark energies other than entities, which I have mentioned now. Some of them I have mentioned to you. Then there are dark energies but they are dark but mischievous. Some gentlemen on the group mentioned about some energies, and in a very fascinating way, but unfortunately I don't subscribe to being fascinated by these energies, because ultimately they are dark energies. So you have to be aware of that. You cannot be fascinated or use their energies for your benefit. That is not what I subscribe. Believe me, I do not subscribe you to use those energies for your benefit, because that is where you get into greed. Because these energies have the if they will create hallucinations for you. They had created hallucinations for me during one of my 3 months. So I will mention some of them. So leprechaun is one energy which is more frequently spoken about in UK, USA. Then there is Par-Daring, which is a darker version of leprechaun. Then elves. I don't know how many people have heard about elves. Now, elves are known to be sacred also, and known to be very dark also. Yeah, Sheliji?
I've heard about them, sir. There was a course once which I was studying, and like you are talking about the energies, that's where we read and we went through into bits and pieces of their characteristics and everything.
Wow. So, पूरा study कर लिया आपने. Okay.
That's been one subject which always fascinates me.
Fascination is okay, but don't basically, I'll tell you why I am saying this. There is a reason why I'm saying this. Because one of my students, he was attracted by Mahavtar Babaji's energy. In one of the energies, kind of, I don't know how to say that, but kind of disguised himself as Mahavtar Babaji. And he was guiding him on the wrong path.
So that's what majorly happens, This is what I learned. I'm sorry, I'll just take 2 quick minutes to share an experience. This was the time when I had lost my father. Okay. And apparently that was the time, by luck or by chance, I had engaged myself into an divination course, which was to talk to the ascended souls. Like somewhere in the month of February, March, I enrolled myself for it. In the first week of May, my father left me. This was due to COVID. And in the month of June, I had to move to another city, and I was moving all alone, leaving family behind, because I got in transfer.
Yeah.
It was at that stage, at that place. Suddenly the light went off because it was heavy wind and rains, and I was sitting outside my room at the balcony.
Yeah.
And I actually had witnessed an energy right from my right hand side, like from the corner of my eye. I could experience that there is a energy which is there.
Yeah.
A shadow which was looking like which was taking up a shape of my father.
Oh, okay.
And the moment I started sensing it, I immediately asked myself that, is this how I will feel when he will be around? Because Of course,
Yeah.
by the virtue that we are in this whole thing, I do have some friends who helped me connecting with my father back.
Right.
So the first question which I asked myself is that, is this the feeling which I will get when he would be around me? Answer was very abrupt no.
Okay.
I quickly moved out myself from that place and I moved
Lovely.
back
Lovely.
and did my
Lovely.
own
Lovely.
protection and everything.
Lovely.
So what you said is very right, that these energies are pretty capable of disguising themselves
Yes.
into something what you believe in, and then
Yes.
misleading you toward a different path altogether.
Right. Yes. Yes. You're right. 100%. 100%. In fact, I will share with you my experience of particularly elves. Now, elves were basically in my home, two of them. And I was like, 3 months, I remember, I was not doing any healing, nothing. This was 2017-18, just round about one of the times. So I was not doing any healing for myself and nobody in the family also. I was least interested. Even in my job, I was not doing it. I was not very interested. I felt like just finish the time and come back. Generally, I'm not that way. I am a bit more passionate about my work. Just finish the work, come back. Finish the work, come back. So this happened for 2-3 months. My wife just told me, why don't you seem to be very lethargic last some time. So why don't you have a bath with rock salt? So I didn't have that for about 3-4 months. So I just said, why not? So I just had a bath and I came out and sat on my sofa in the hall. I could see these mischievous beings just, flittering around me. And I understood why I was lethargic all this time. It just came, flashing in front of me all that time. I tried, that time I did not have the sacred space, which I do now, create now. So that time I was used to burn a tea light and clear these energies. Believe me, 3 times that tea light which I was burning, they will just, they would extinguish it. 3 times it happened. Ultimately, I was damn scared for sure, because itna kahan se jigara aa gaya inke andar. So I was like, how come they are so strong? But that moment, I went to the kitchen. I just switched on the gas and I said, now come and isko bujhao abhi dekhta hu. So then I cleared them within 5-10 minutes and just sent them on their work. But ultimately, that moment, had I got scared, that would have been my khatam, my downfall. And I have seen many healers, many people just having a downfall because of that moment of weakness. So never, 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 never be weak. Never be weak. You are very strong, very courageous, and it is just nobody. I also don't believe in scaring people. I always say that you are more I am more power. So I don't know. You बोलते हैं ना पंचभूता आपके अंदर है, तो तुम एक भूत से क्या डर रहे हो? There are panchabhutas inside you. Why are you scared of one booth? So that is what even I believe in, and conquer and confirm that you are more stronger than anybody. But if you feel scared or something, better get it sorted out rather than living in that fear, living in that issue. So as I said, leprechaun, far daring, then elves, fallen angels, corrupt fairies. Now that's a very interesting concept. Now, corrupt fairies is also a concept. If you look at Banshee energies, I in fact downloaded. I would like to share with you, Shelly-ji, you have this good system of finding out, confirming. I also have this system whenever I have a download. So last February 18, 2023, I had a download where I felt a ton of weight on my left ear, as if I was downloading something. And that was the time I downloaded 81 energies, which I found counted later and written down as what I was getting. In that, I got Banshee energies also. Immediately, someone told me that Banshee energy and Basilisk energy, Centaur energy also, Minotaur energy also was there in that downloaded list. So a lot of people told me these are negative energies. But when I was getting that download, I have a way of discussing with my masters, my spirit guide. So when I was receiving that energy, I asked the spirit guide, is it a good energy for me? He gave me a confirmation. Then I let the energy come into me. then I surrender to that energy, only then. So I don't surrender to the energy unless I get a green signal from my spirit guide. Yes, I do clean the energies for others. Of course, that is what I'll give you some energy, some people's perspective, some cases also which I have done. Those also I'll be sharing to you, Ruhani. No, Vashikaran is a. Someone just mentioned about Vashikaran. Just let me see. See, Vashikaran recommended to me by someone from being affected severely by such entities. No, that is not a way, because Vashikaran in itself is a dark form where you are making the soul or that person go against their wish. Vashikaran, I do not recommend. What do you say, Shariji? In case you have some perspective on it.
Sir, Vashikaran in itself is a dark energy or dark
Yes,
work, I would rather say,
yes.
because you are
Terrible, terrible,
manipulating someone's
terrible,
aura.
terrible, terrible. One of the more worst things to do is Vashikaran. So definitely not on. I can suggest to you certain things. I will also share some closer. So basically, I was talking about demons, corrupt fairies. Banshee is one of the corrupt fairies, I would say. So Banshee is good and bad energy. Basilisk also is good and bad energy. So Centaur is also good and bad energy. Minotaur is also good and bad energy. Ghoul is a completely bad energy. So these are all things with goblins. They are the mischievous again, the more mischievous ones. If you have seen actually Harry Potter is predominantly made from somewhere, their own practices, like the one I forget that ogre and all these things, whatever they show in the films, they are basically shown as characters from somewhere in the past, which were roaming, or rather they are in the spiritual realms. So we have our negatives and positives. So like they say, Saturn, demons, we have got the God also. As someone was saying that, even the demons have strong energies, why not? But they also can manipulate you. That is the difference between God energy and demon energy. Demon energies can manipulate you. They can make you hallucinate, and you will think I'm on the right path, but you will keep doing all wrong things. This is what happened to that student of mine. Then I got him out of that, removed him from that particular. एक वशीकरण ही हो गया था उसका. It's like I recently met some lady who was a sadhvi. So she is regularly affected by black magics, regularly. Mention of these, yeah, exactly. They see, ultimately these are all common knowledge. Whatever names I'm telling, ghouls, goblins, chudail in India, these are all what people have, folklore, whatever you call it, our own culture, or whatever you call it. So that's, I know a lot of, yeah, sorry. Very important. One more thing is spells. Very, very important, because somewhere these energies are there. Now there is spells also. What are spells? Like they say, Vashikaran is a spell. Voodoo is a spell. Spell can be positive also, like positive spell, like this, whatever, sending unconditional love to someone. Like I say that from your heart chakra, send pink light to yourself and to someone else, so that, your relation with that person will become better. So you're sending a charm or an unconditional love spell to that person. So that's a positive one, where you're not forcing someone to change. If it is there for your highest good, that person will change. That's it. So a lot of people come to me, I want only that boy or I want only that girl. So I just do like this, Jai Mata Di, I phone rakh deta. I stop attending to such people's calls. Because if you're interested only in one outcome, then I may not have the solution for you. Because then what happens after 15-20 days, वो सब शांत होएगा, बाद में बोलेगा कि I'll cut मैं हाथ काट दूंगी और ये होगा वो होगा. I don't get into these obsessive people. So somewhere this unconditional love as a charm, you can send it across. Then curse is also a spell. If you see, a lot of people go, आजकल वो नया चीज निकला है. Last 10-15 years, I'm hearing more. Pitru Shap, देवता ने श्राप दे दिया, भगवान जाने. I don't feel God will ever curse you, but anyway, a lot of people say देवता ने श्राप दे दिया. ठीक है. I listen and thank them for their awareness and knowledge. Then there is a healing. Healing also falls under a spell. So healing also is a spell ultimately. If you, let's say you have an intention for someone or something, that's a spell which you put. So these are all positive ones. Now there is a spell called jinx. Then there is something in which Harry Potter also they have shown something called hex. So these are, so hex is also one of the energies which is from another planet which I downloaded. It's also a spell. It's also this. So there's a lot of confusion, but be aware, as gods also have their energy of positive and negative. I will not get into too much, bore you with too much of this, but I'll just come last one thing. There was a lady who basically was affected health-wise. She was not able to walk. She was not able to get up from her bed. That bed, that whole room had more than 100 spells. And wo bhi thoda sa, I don't know whether east of the country, I will not name the state because I don't want to create a name for that state. I know a lot of people will be able to guess, but there were 100 spells on that lady that she will not get off the bed. She will not be able to come alive out of that flat. That was the spell. I was given this challenge and I don't take it as a challenge, but I just took it as a process. So I went there. I was able to release that. Now that lady is living away from that flat in a different flat and she's completely fine. Health-wise, completely fine. So 100 spells were there on her so that she doesn't come out alive from that. Then there is a hospital owner who was affected by someone competitors. They did a lot of black magic on his hospital and they did a lot of other things. So I was able to help him and even increase his awareness, increase his whatever in business also. Then there is one building which is in South Bombay. The whole building, that whole area is affected by entities. But that one floor which I cleared, that was about 3 years back. 2021, I cleared that that one flat, that one home. That one home is completely pure. They have been able to do all the activities. They are completely, perfectly happy as a family. But in the whole building, other than that, everybody is in a very bad state and the entities are still ruling there. Yeah, so in fact, there was a lady who was a maid who had a lot of aspirations, Babita ji, to become the owner of that home, kind of. So that lady was putting spells and that lady was there for 20-30 years in their home. So बोलते हैं ना लालच, the greed gets the better of you. And this girl was kind of standing in her way of taking over that home. So that is why she kind of wanted to finish her off. But she was also strong. But इतना spell आ गया तो definitely अच्छा खासा आदमी बैठ बच जाएगा. That is how it goes. Then there is so basically there was also one lady who was completely possessed by for 30 years. So Shweta ji, other people have to give me the process, they give me their awareness. No, I cannot go in their home and clear their home without their confirmation, without their this thing. So a lady was possessed by a spirit for 30 years. He was living with an entity for 30 years. And this boy was staying in somewhere in Europe. His mother was in Vijayawada. So I went across there and I cleared the energies of that spirit entity. While going, that entity, that lady did this to me and spoke in Telugu. I was not able to understand, but I understood ये बहुत कुछ गंदा बोल रहा है मेरे लिए. Yeah, never do energy work without permission and energy exchange. Correct. That's right. So that entity told me, I will see you. So, but that moment, that very second, I was shit scared. But for a very brief second, I was shit scared. And the moment I just got up from my chair, I just took this lady's crown. I held this lady's crown and I just removed that energy. For the very only first time and the last time I have actually handled an energy or an entity. I could feel the anger of that energy inside me, and I just let it in the hand of Lord Shiva or Lord Melchizedek that time. So that moment, that 30 years, now that lady for the last 1.5 years has been perfectly fine. She was living in distress, a lot of issues in their home, but now she's perfectly fine. So likewise, अगर मैं जाऊंगा तो there was someone who put a jinx on their business. The business of that person just went haywire, and I visited that home somewhere in August, September last year. The business has turned around, and he started doing well after this, and he's doing just sacred space daily basis, which I did. Now, so basically there was a drunk person who was also affected by this, and he was kind of made a prisoner in his home. He was not able to move out. Even I went to his home. It was so smelly because he didn't have a maid also. Nobody. Even I was for a moment scared. Yeah, Ruhani ji, you can contact me on my contact number. I will just put it on the chat again right now. Or if you are there on the group, you can contact me. The number is there. So I will share one more thing which may be there for you. I will give you healing energies in within few minutes. I also have one process, the chart you have seen already, which I had sent to all of you, the 13-point chart. Now there is another process which I generally follow to come to know how many entities, how many spirits, or maybe if there is a spell or what, if the energy is clear, it will be known in that system. I follow that system. I would request you to note down this if you can. A bottle of water, which you can buy from the market. No problem, Ruhani ji. You can contact me on my mobile. On my WhatsApp number. If you have you can send. If you are on the group, you will get the recording of this. You can watch it at any time, or you can contact me later also. I will send you the recording differently. So 1 liter of bottle, you can buy that from the market because you would have to throw that bottle, disposable bottle you can take from the market, 1 liter Bisleri or anything, whichever is available. In that, you put 7 pieces of garlic, peeled garlic cloves. Garlic, yeah. Peeled garlic. And 7 pieces of tej patta or the biryani we use for making biryani and all. So thoda sa bend karke, you can just slightly bend the tej patta, it goes inside, bay leaf. Keep it, once you close the cap, bay leaves, yeah. Try bay leaves. Once you close that cap, don't open that cap, just keep it in your bedroom for 3 days. After 3 days, send me the photograph of that bottle. And once I look at the photograph, only when I confirm to you, you can throw it as it is without opening the cap. That bottle works as the like a thermometer will tell you if you have if you have fever, this bottle will say if there is any issue. Yeah, so there's 1 liter of bottle, disposable water bottle you can buy from the market, anyone. Open the seal of the bottle, put 7 pieces garlic cloves, peeled garlic, 7 pieces tej patta, close the bottle, keep it in your bedroom for 3 days, send me the photograph at the end of 3 days. And that bottle will capture all the energies which are there in your home and around you. Now, I was just doing some research. So I also saw that, I hope everybody is written down. See, water will be 1 liter, no? From whichever you're getting from the market, you buy a disposable water bottle. 1 liter bottle is enough. plastic is fine. Plastic is fine. You can take as any market say. Don't need to take your own garka. If you have a disposable bottle, you can fill normal water also 1 liter. Dried tej patta is correct. Alkali. So, in fact, I was just doing some research last 2-3 days. Now, our Atharvana Veda, I am yet to look at it. Maybe Chandan, who has slightly better knowledge on this, may be able to guide me. Atharvana Veda, according to me, according to what I read, is that it gives you positive and negative both. Keep 3 days, yes, Ruhani ji. Is that correct? Atharvana Veda, it gives you for like to do positive and negative karma. It gives you both the information.
Right, sir.
Yeah. So anybody else? Anybody has any questions? Shivani, you would have any question for? You asked me about field 7. Yeah, 7. Both 7. Tej patta and.
Yes, Deepak ji, I have my questions.
Yeah.
एक तो I want to know one thing. आपने जो बोला ना camphor, तो camphor जो अगर सारा दिन जो होता है ना, you get those आजकल आपको वो camphor जलाने वाली चीजें मिलती हैं, वो electrical, उसमें camphor लगा दो तो वो सारा दिन भी अपने घर में उसकी smell आती है, क्या वो भी effective होता है? Is it effective?
See, may be effective, but I would request you to take it to all the corners. Because corners is where your negative energy generally go and accumulate. This is a known fact.
Yes.
इसीलिए अगर आप देखोगे तो third ascension course का I told you to put the symbols on the corner.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So even this आकाशा का जो नया process का जो मैंने डाला है वो भी आप डाल दो अभी उसमें तो even that past and future का भी सब निकल जाएगा.
ठीक है. अच्छा, another question I have is जो आप ये dark energies की और black magic की बात कर रहे हो, दीपक जी क्या ऐसे हो सकता है that you know if somebody has done black magic आपके घर में, ठीक है, और आपके घर में ill health हो रही है, बीमार हो रहा है कोई, और वो इसी मतलब मैं I'm just thinking aloud, it's a question and thinking aloud कि भाई किसी के घर में कोई इंसान बीमार है और उसकी बीमारी एक हेल्दी इंसान के ऊपर डाल दो.
हाँ होता है. These are spells. So basically क्या होता है ना, इसमें 2 चीजें हैं. There are 2 things here. One is it's karmically also there is some connection, which is why this is possible. Secondly, see, if you look at, even when I was affected by black magic, I had Shani ki Mahadasha and Rahu ki Antardasha uske andar. And Shani ka kuch chakri, bakri, kuch something tha. I don't remember the exact words, but I think vakri tha. So ultimately, these are all karmic things which come and hit you. So in case someone does something, abhi aisa nahi hai ki 100% whoever does black magic, just share the chart. Chart I'll be sharing again. So it's not that 100% whatever black magic is done, 100% is whether it works 100%. Aisa nahi hota hai. It doesn't work 100%. It all depends whether you have a karmic connection also. So that karmic and ancestral I'm repeating, so that becomes a part of my processes. So basically, I do 5 processes when I do the clearing. One is detaching you or releasing those negative energies. So how I clear the negative energies? So that building, that place where you are at, that building also will have a history. Maybe it is a Shamshan or whatever could be the history. And plus, maybe before you, someone else has stayed and they also had their own negative experiences or maybe grief or whatever is the case. Those energies also I release. That's the first process where I detach you from all the energies which are there in your home. And I will tell you, I have released recently in someone's 2 BHK home, 2 crore energies. So which was these negative energies of that particular place, because that place was again, I'm not trying to create anything, but wherever there are these reclaimed properties or, these, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? पुराने बिल्डिंग तोड़ के नया बनाते हैं, चाल तोड़ के नया बनाते हैं. I don't know. I'm forgetting the name of that place.
Renovation.
Redevelopment. So generally redevelopment places में I have seen particularly where it is a chawl or a jhopadpatti, SRA particularly. So I've seen majority, my own relatives had a lot of issues in such places. Some rehabilitation, yes. So a lot of people have such cases, and I'm not telling you for my sake. My own sister had a flat in one very major, very beautiful, elite building, but that was made on slum project. So slum was behind, and this elite building was front. But everybody in that building used to face problems with regards to these negative energies and spirits, entities. So this is not a general this thing, but I have seen at least 10 to 15, 20 such cases in the last 1 year at least, alone. Last 2 years, sorry. Yeah. So, Pritesh, you had some question, and Shelly also had some question, I believe.
हाँ, ये जो
Yeah, Pritesh.
कपड़ वाला जो रिचुअल है वो डे टाइम में ही करना है या इवनिंग में भी करते हैं?
Anytime, anytime.
एनी टाइम, ओके.
Anytime. Yeah, Shelly, you had something.
So basically, I was wanting to ask. I think I'll connect with you over DM
No
or
problem.
over
No
personal
problem.
calls.
No problem. No problem. Yeah. When we cross, or I see certain things kept, but we can cross them below. Yeah. So that's basically a lot of people read stuff and keep it on this Chauraha and Tiraha. Tiraha pe zyada, you'll find more problems at the Tiraha, where you have these 3 roads. So try and avoid them. Ideally, go थोड़ा उनको साइड से चले जाओ. See, उसमें हो ना हो, नेगेटिव एनर्जी हो ना हो, एटलीस्ट आपके दिमाग में वो वहम आ जाएगा, एंड दैट नोबडी कैन रिलीज. तिराहा में ज्यादा दिक्कत होती है, गीति गति बराबर है. Yeah, so someone else mentioned, so it's better not to crush that lemon or something, ideally, if you know. Otherwise, you will carry that thing in your mind, अरे कुछ गड़बड़ हो गई है. So I would say don't carry fear. Never, 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 never get fearful. Never. Fear will not give you any solution. It will only make you more fearful. The fear will give you solution if you look at it constructively. If you just go into darkness के मेरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता, then definitely कुछ नहीं हो सकता. So just have that faith that you have a lot of power within you, and the whole universe is running on your energies. That is the importance of you. Yeah. So someone else mentioned something on the chat. Just a moment. Sorry. Yeah, 25-year-old magic. Any. I told you, 30-year plus. I just released it. Just that was 1.5 years back. So it's not the. It's not the age of the issue. It can be resolved. How to safely dispose Nimbu Mirchi? Sorry, I'm not able to understand this. You can come on call and clarify. How to dispose Nimbu Mirchi? I'm not able to understand.
So, we find Nimbu Mirchi thrown on roads, like somebody just wrote on Saturdays and certain. How does one, suppose even I don't want anybody else to get affected?
So throw it in the garbage.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Garbage में फेंक दीजिए. वो बेचारे वो जो इमेजिन करो जो गार्बेज वाले हैं वो तो क्या क्या लेके जाते हैं, मतलब वो तो पूरा वो सम. तो एनीवे वो विधि वाला जो है वो जनरली कचरे में फेंकते हैं. हमारी बॉटल जो आती है जो whatever that. Anyway, that's garbage is best. Don't worry about it. So now I'll just be healing all of you.
So you were talking about the 5 ways or the 5 steps how you cleanse.
Sorry. Thanks for reminding me, because even I went into the fast track. Thank you for bringing me back. Yeah, so the 5 things are predominantly, one is to release that energy from the home. So that is it's something like vacuum cleaner घुमा दिया पूरे घर पे. It's like पूरा energy completely cleared, and that includes, to be very frank, even includes what do you have, that geopathic stress, right? You know geopathic stress, anybody knows? Okay, geopathic stress is predominantly known as a Vastu defect. So I also have cleared a lot of geopathic stresses. I have also cleared negative portals during these cleansings. So one is releasing all these energies, clearing them from your, and here I not only clear you, all your whole family members can be cleared from that energy. On top of that, second process, what I do is, now you have lived with those energies for some time. So they become a part of your subconscious and unconscious mind also. So the second process is to take you into your subconscious mind and make you release that fear, that darkness, the dark energies, the dense energies, the implants or any entities in terms of any information, like let's say a spell, let's say you have been fed physically something to eat, and because of that the black magic happened. So there we release it from your subconscious, unconscious and conscious mind. Second process. The third process is where we take you back into your home, and Ma Rashkosel's energies come and clear your home energies, in which we clear the portals also. Any negative energy portals, any negative attachments between you and your family members. So that also gets released in that. Because what happens is that you will get cleared, but your family members, in case they also have lived in that energy, they will have some sediments from that. So there we clear it from your family members also. That is the third step. The fourth step is we go into each and every person's karmic records and akashic records. So karmic and ancestral records, to see why those energies, why you were in these energies. So somewhere, maybe it's a common thing, or maybe it's a single person's issue, or maybe a common. But if, as you are saying, everybody is affected, so some ancestral issue would also be there. So fourth step is we go to the records of each one and release. So I release you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10 people, 20 people, whoever is then there in the home. So many people are there in the home. So all of them will be cleared from that issue with karmic and ancestral clearing. That is fourth. The fifth process, where if you are fed, then we physically release pain and trauma from the hands, and less than God energies from the soles of the feet. So less than God energies is these spells, or maybe some deformations which have been fed to you, and you are affected by that. Some salt, yeah, you can use rock salt in a bucket. Having bath once a week generally is good. At least once a month to hona hi chahiye. So now I'll, anybody else has any questions? Otherwise, I'll just go to the healings.
Deepak, just one question.
Yeah.
How can we be so sure that the spirit guide, whom we are taking as spirit guide, is not a mischievous kind of a thing around, and it is actually our spirit guide?
Yeah, so that's a good question. Now it's simply two things here. One is you create sacred space. Generally, if you create sacred space, you will get an awareness, right? So once you create sacred space, you will get an awareness. And maybe if you अभी आपने जो सवाल पूछा ये थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट क्यों है, क्योंकि you are already talking to that spirit guide, right, regularly. Now Shelly ji, if you see what her experience was, she got an intuitive awareness and she followed it up. So your intuitive awareness becomes very important here. Is that clear? Sacred space, Reena ji, has to be played daily without fail throughout your life. Can we bath with Epsom salt? Ideally, you should use rock salt. Ideally, you should use rock salt, or even normal salt will be fine. Epsom salt, to be very frank, I'm sorry, I'm not aware. I will look it up and let you know. Lucy, are you there on the group? Anybody can guide me for Epsom salt? I'm really not aware.
Sir, Epsom salt.
I can answer. I can answer, Deepak Bhaiya. Epsom salt is magnesium chloride, and rock salt is sodium chloride.
So the
Yeah.
chemical composition changes. So do not use Epsom salt, even though other people are saying it. Use
Yeah.
only rock salt and yeah.
Rock salt is best. Yes. Thanks for Aditya bhai. Yeah, I think Manisha ji
Thank
also mentioned it is for detoxing. So it's fine. Thanks. So thank you everyone. And I would like to just send you some energies. I will send you 2 energies as a bonus because you have been such a sweet audience today. Listen to each and every word that I have sent, and all of them mostly have remained till now. I thank you all. So what do you want me to heal? I will heal, let's say, give you a healing for your aura. Why is aura healing important? Do you know? Our aura is 10 feet on the right, left, up, down, front, back. Huge aura we are carrying. So our aura, generally, we have a being in our aura which is known as elementary. Yeah. Say, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Elemental. Hey, Yati, sorry. मेरा information पूरा गड़बड़ हो गया है. कौन है वो?
Elementals, yeah.
हाँ?
The elementals you're talking about?
नहीं, हमारा aura में कौन रहता है? Part of our spirit guide. Body elementals. क्या रहती तुम भी? क्या? So our body elemental stays in our aura. So there is a lot of clutter which comes in our aura. Now that clutter will come in terms of any fear someone has given you, or maybe if you have brushed some entity, that fragments of that entity generally will be in this thing. Heal this lethargic parasite energy, sir. It blocks me to take consultations. Yeah, Chandanji. Done. So I will heal the aura or whatever you intend. My healing energy will come and heal the aura, or like Chandan wanted a particular healing. So you can intend in your mind. You don't need to tell me or anything. My energy will come and you just tell what is your intention. I am saying the intention is to heal your aura from all the 7 layers of aura. So I'll heal the 7 layers of aura. Other than that, whatever you want to heal. Healing the etheric layer of your aura. I'm already feeling a lot of. These are Lord Melchizedek energies. Very, very powerful. Or Lord Shiva energies, whichever way you want. Both are same energies. The etheric layer of your aura is being cleared. Yeah, so the Rohaniji, we have already created sacred space. So that is this will also heal and energize your aura. Yeah. These are very powerful energies. Lord Melchizedek, Lord Shiva energies are very powerful energies. Keep your courage high. That is more important. The first layer, the etheric layer, is nicely healed and cleared. Healing the second layer of aura, which is the emotional body layer, connected to your sacral chakra. The third layer of the aura is being cleared now. As a bonus, I will heal the Ida Nadi, the Pingala Nadi, and the Sushumna Nadi also. Yes, Geetika, it is working. Sacred space is created for even those who will be listening to the recording. The fourth layer is being cleared, which is connected to the heart chakra, the astral body layer. You will feel somewhere around you a lot of like fresh air will be coming to you. Maybe whatever, some freshness in the air will come across to you. The fifth layer is being cleared now, which is connected to your crown chakra, throat chakra. It is the etheric template there. The sixth layer is being cleared, which is connected to your sacral chakra or Swadhisthana. This is the causal celestial body layer. Now the seventh layer is being cleared, which is connected to your crown chakra and your 7 layers of aura are sparkling clean, releasing all the clutter. Now, starting with your receiving side, the Ida Nadi, the left side of the body. Just feel, I'm scanning Ida Nadi from left side, top to bottom, with the energies of Lord Shiva, Lord Melchizedek. The left side of the body, you can feel some changes from the head, going down to the throat, the shoulders, the hands, the stomach area, the back, the mid abdomen, the lower abdomen, the thighs, the left thigh, going down to the ankle, the feet, the left side. From the soles of the feet of the left side, you will feel some heaviness. Just say, I release. And there it goes. Don't worry, Rohani ji, I'll send you the sacred space. You can read it, you can play it, and I'm creating a shield around you, all of you. So don't worry at all. And in case you feel anything, you can call me anytime. Don't worry. Now healing the Pingala Nadi. Starting from the crown, the head, the eye, the right nostril, the right ear, the right lip, the right chin, the right throat, shoulders, the hands, the elbow, from the heart chakra, the lungs, the rib cage on the right side, the abdomen, back, right side, the mid abdomen, mid back, lower abdomen, lower back, and going down to the thighs, inch by inch, to the knees, to the shin bone, the calf muscles, inch by inch, into the ankle, the feet, the toes, the soles of the feet, the right side of your body. Now, at the soles of the feet, you will again feel some heaviness. Just say, I release. All the fears, everything which is blocking you will just go away. Now, starting from the Sushumna Nadis, from the crown chakra, going down, healing the crown, the third eye, the Sushumna Nadi, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, the root chakra, and somewhere in these chakras you will feel some imbalances, and from the root you'll just feel something releasing out. As you say, I release. This healing is complete now. You can just integrating your energy body into your physical body, your body elemental, and making a note of all the changes all the gods got done. Integrate, integrate, integrate. Your DNA is changing accordingly, and you will feel a sudden rush of courage within you. And then when you want to come out, you can just look inside and around you, what you're feeling. Rub your palms, collect the energy in your heart chakra first, and then in your eyes, and open your eyes. Anybody felt anything? Yeah, boliye Shaili ji. Yeah. Whirling sensation, Reena ji says, okay, great.
So when you were guiding for the Ida Nadi, that time the nostril felt very cool and a strong, cool energy was felt there.
Lovely.
And during the Pingla, the foot was heavy and a lot of heat energy released from there.
Wow. So you have actually literally felt the functions. The Ida Nadi is giving you the coolness, the Pingala is giving you the heat. So
Yes.
exactly what you have. Super.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It was lovely.
Super. Thank you. Yeah. Shaili ji, you were saying something? Chandan, felt serene, great, fantastic. Thank you, Pooja ji.
Sure.
Yeah. हाँ बोलिए बिंदु जी बोलिए.
I actually,
Yeah.
I had a very strong feeling, like when I read this topic, I had a very strong feeling.
Yeah.
The place where I'm residing these days, this place has some energies,
Okay.
which are of course not negative, not harmful, but they are
Right.
not positive either. They are very neutral. So the more
Understood.
I enter into this house, it it accentuates the same mode and same flavor.
Okay. Okay.
The moment
Okay.
you started it, I actually had a vision of a face,
Okay.
and I till इड़ा तक तो मैं आपके साथ थी, उसके बाद मुझे नहीं पता मैं कहाँ थी.
Okay. Okay.
And this
Actually,
usually happens with me, so I see it as normal now.
okay. Just one thing coming to me is I don't know why. Just in case it doesn't make sense, forget it. But somewhere, do you feel stuck? You can talk to me tomorrow anytime, Rohani. Or even if you feel anything disturbing today, you can talk to me even today, Rohani. Yeah, Shalini, yeah.
Lot of spaces, sir. I'll be very honest. When you were sending energy, because you said as you like it,
Yeah.
I picked up all those three elements of financial blockages removal, relationship blockages removal, and health blockages removal. I picked up all three. I am very selfish.
Of course, why? There's not selfish. You're just going with the flow. There's no selfish.
Correct.
So please don't get into that frame of mind. No selfish, Giri. You have to become fantastic so that you can give fantastic.
Absolutely. So blockages, I think I'll be very honest. I can open the plethora, but don't want to take everyone's time. So I'll definitely connect with you tomorrow.
No problem. Done. Yeah. Binduji, you wanted to say something? Please go ahead.
Yes, so thank you so much. I feel really gratitude for this. And sir, as you said, for the Ida and Pingla, I can feel the vibration, and like on my shoulders and my backside, I feel too much release. Like I was carrying some burden kind thing, and I can feel the release, sir. So what does it mean, sir?
So basically, you would be aware more. Maybe what you wanted to release. So what I was releasing basically to give you some relief from any negative thoughts and whatever, maybe even this call, what we gave you in terms of energies, to release you from those fears and whatever I could with this kind of healing. So we have cleared those. So that heaviness would have come from maybe previous ones. For example, I'm just saying that when I was maybe 20-30 years back, I was one of the most डरपोक बोल सकते हैं हिंदी में, या बोलते हैं ना पट्टू बोल सकते हैं in slang language.
Yes.
So I was one of them because even when I would listen to Ramsey movies, बहुत famous होता था for horror movies. So उस time में दरवाजा का एक they used to be this radio program called Darwaza का वो advertisement चलता था. Darwaza was a picture of some horror movie. तो उसका ad आता था, तो वो ad के लिए भी I used to switch off the radio. I used to switch off because I used to get so scared. So because it was somewhere I was affected by these energies, and that's what my wife says, that those are the times. And now complete 180-degree shift. Because I know now the purpose of these energies, and they are not there to trouble you. They want to go to the other side. But we are also bound. We cannot just keep releasing everything. Whatever is coming in the karmic cycle, they come to me, and then I do a thorough reading and we release them. So maybe something like that, some fear you may have released is what I'm getting, Binduji.
Okay. Thank you, sir, so much.
Yeah, Chandan.
Sir, I wanted to ask one thing. Can these energies reside on the objects in the house, sir?
Yes, depending on attachment again. These are all things which are very different. And for example, I'm just telling you I'm not going to use that, tell you which dharam and what that. But someone had given some sacred thing to someone. Now that had a spell. So some people have done that also. So Shivani, that gives you the awareness that even a sacred thing. Now sacred thing means it was something like let's say an idol or something. So that had some spell which was given to someone, and that thing was creating a spell in their home. Like some so even for example, I'm just saying water bodies. wherever you have water bodies, like filter and all those things. Those are places where even these portals can be very easily found. This is my general observation. May or may not be correct. So as you are saying things, yes, certain things do get affected by it.
Suppose if we ask them to throw away that thing, will the problem be solved, sir?
Yes. So in case of that boy who was in UK, he had a giraffe painting, which was also having a portal. So all these things, like, make it a very, so that will be, you will be guided by your intuition. Don't get scared unnecessarily. Just follow your intuition to find out what is right, what is wrong.
Okay.
So basically, Ruhaniji, you don't have to, your intuition will guide you. Don't have to get hyper about anything. So, nahi hai, kuch nahi, 99% there is nothing. 1% there is a chance, but Chandan is asking whether if it is a case of one particular thing is affected, so cheezon mein hota hai. But it is not that everything has it. So please don't get into that frame of mind. Yeah, Monica.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for the healing. It was like I felt some swelling in my hand. And moreover, there was some, I don't know, there was no pain, but eventually I started having pain in the neck, and then that was released from the neck and the feet. Yeah. And one more thing I wanted to ask, do the animals, like we say that the cats and dogs, they can see the animal, something.
Yes.
So, but can these animals also have something attachments or something like that?
See, basically, animals' attachment in the sense, kya hota hai? They are, so basically, hamara logic, see, we also can make out, but our logical mind gets the better of us. So the animals, these are basically they are connected, so they can see these things very easily. These kind of energies. Yeah, Ruhani, you can have a bath now, no problem. So they can see, the animals can easily see these particular things.
Yeah.
So what attachment? I'm sorry, I could not understand the question which you asked.
So I just wanted to know, like, my son, he bought some pet, a cat, and things were normal, everything was going on properly, but he just liked a cat and he got it, but he started facing a lot of hardships.
Okay.
I felt that there was something like everything was going normal, but what was so, and he started feeling depressed.
Generally, to nahi hota hai. In fact, when you get such ulta, they take the depression out of you.
Okay, could be then the intensity of that depression was reduced by that pet.
Probably, maybe it is brought to your awareness. Probably it is brought to your awareness. That could be a possibility. Yeah.
Okay.
There is one more small healing which I want to give you, just 2 minutes before we wind up, after everybody's questions are over. This will be Maharashtra cell energy just for you. They are very, very powerful energy. Yeah, anybody else? Yeah, Monica ji, so maybe it has brought out the inner ones which was affected. So basically, he had it inside and it just came out as. So my pet daughter, in fact, brought out my unconditional love, if I may use that word. So it's something like it brought out a different love from me.
Okay.
I was having love, but it was like all in and out, something like that. A lot of brutality was there because of my past lives which I had lived. So all that was there. But after my pet, I saw a different me, completely different me, more empathetic me.
No, he is empathetic, that is for sure. But I
Yeah, so
felt
maybe
very quiet. He became very quiet. He did not express himself a lot.
So was there any this thing in the home? Any illness? God forbid, any illness in the home
No,
or in
he
the
just
neighborhood?
he just shifted to a new apartment.
Who shifted to a new apartment?
My son shifted to a new apartment.
After that, he faced these issues.
Yeah.
So that
Eventually,
made
at that time only that pet, he took a cat.
So maybe that is your answer. It is not the cat, that place probably.
Okay. So we
it's
need
99% not the cat. For sure, it is not the cat. It is the place which is creating this. Yeah. So anybody else has any questions?
Hello.
Yeah. Boliye.
हाँ ये पहले महाराष्ट्र वाला आती थी कभी कभी बीच में, अभी वो स्टॉप हो गया बीच में,
अभी
बड़ी
भेज रहा हूँ मैं।
बड़ी बांधी आई थी।
हाँ प्रसाद जी, मैं अभी भेज रहा हूँ, अभी महाराष्ट्र
कीजिए
सेल को ही
पापा,
भेज रहा हूँ, आप अभी फील कीजिएगा उनको। आई एम सेंडिंग महाराष्ट्र
प्लीज
सेल
आप प्लीज
एनर्जी
कुछ
नाउ।
करिए।
भेज रहा हूँ, अभी भेज रहा हूँ, सबको भेज
सर
रहा हूँ,
सर
आपको भी
सर
भेज
वन
रहा हूँ।
मिनट सर 1 मिनट
या
सर
खुशबू बोलिए।
जो आपने वो वाटर का ये बोला करने के लिए आई हैव 3 हाउसेस, तो तीनों घर में रखना है कि सिर्फ एक घर में रखना है?
3 houses means is it in the same building, अलग बिल्डिंग?
नहीं सर, चॉल अलग अलग है, मतलब 2
तो
रूम
जहां
एक
आप रहते हो एटलीस्ट वहां का तो भेज दो। या अगर आप इफ यू कैन कीप 3 separately, that is better. If you have 3 separate houses completely. If it is, see, क्या होता है ना, if there is 3 BHK, let's say 4 BHK, then in the whole home one is okay. If you have different floors altogether, then it is better to keep different bottles.
हाँ ठीक है सर। एक्चुअली जॉइंट फैमिली है तो खाना पीना सब एक ही घर में होता है, खाली मतलब रेस्ट के लिए सब अलग अलग रूम में।
That's what I said. If it is a single home, then 1 bottle is enough. But if it is on different floors and different places, then it is better 3 separate. Yeah. Okay. So I am now sending Maharashtra Cells energies. Just be prepared for 2 minutes. It will come, and it is very, very powerful. Sending Maharashtra Cell energies for empowering and shielding you. You will feel, oh wow, it's already started. Her energies are so lovely. It's just going to engulf you the way I'm feeling now. It's lovely energies. Oh. Super. Super, super, super. Cell, please fill them with abundance and joy. 1, 2, 3. Releasing every Western God energy and transmutating into white light. Thanks, Saint Germain, with your violet flame of transmutation. I completed the healing. In fact, Ma Baglamukhi also has come along with that energy, with Maharashtra Cell. She was looking at me when I was just trying to send it, so she also came along with it. So you may feel a double energy coming.
Sir, I
which would have
remembered
come.
Baglamukhi mind between. I don't know why, because probably because you were channeling.
Blood red. Yeah. So she is basically coming across also. She like ऐसा मुझे घूर के देख रहे थे. So she also is being. We came along with Maharashtra Cell. Yeah. Just sending all the releases up to the white light. Wow. You can just if you're getting it, keep receiving. There is no not trying to stop you. Wow. I'll stop the recording.